OBS Studio, the software a lot of people using every day. A software that helps people to fulfill their dreams of becoming content creators. A software where all the magic is happening. The software that can be very difficult. Like a lot. To tell you my story, I was impressed by the software and wanted to know what can be done inside it. And that led me to try streaming. It wasn't I want to be a streamer, it was I want to know how to use this software. And this channel is supposed to be about helping streamers and video gaming content creators. So I decided to create this video series, and this is episode 1. In each episode I want to take a look at the different part of the settings in OBS and what can be done there, and explain every single function in it. Even if you are not going to use it, you will at least know what it affects. So by looking at how much work it might be with every video and looking at my upload schedule, this will be probably long-running series on this channel. And maybe from time to time there will be also a different video like you are used on this channel about some design upgrades for your stream or video. Anyway, these were just some stuff which I wanted to tell you to get it off my chest. Now let me jump to episode 1, interface. So I believe this is our vanilla OBS when you open it for the first time. I hope I didn't left anything extra here that might be confusing for you. Let's start and let's take a look at the interface. First thing that will catch your eye is a huge black rectangle. This is your scene preview. So every source you put into your scene will be shown here, and when scene active it will be shown to your viewers during live stream as well, or shown on recorded screen. We will take a look at what are sources and scenes in some other video, but I believe you are already familiar with those terms and how they work if you've been using OBS for some time. So this is scene preview, it's pretty much self-explanatory. Next thing is part of every software, and it's this toolbar, and you have several options here. In File tab you can find your recordings and option for remixing them, as well as settings, opening software folders and exit button. I'm not going to explain everything because a lot of things is pretty much self-explanatory, but we will be talking about all of them in the future. Second tab is Edit tab, and here you will find things like copy and paste, undo and redo functions, transforming and ordering options, options for preview, and advanced audio properties. In View tab you can find things like Reset UI and full screen interface, showing and hiding different toolbars and multi-view settings. Then you have your Docs panel. Docs are all those smaller windowses like scenes and sources and audiometer, and you can turn them on and off. You can move them around and customize them, as well as you can add custom browser docs. But you don't have to rely only on those basic docs, because later we will take a look on how to add other plugin docs. After that we have two pretty similar tabs, and those are called Profile and Scene Collection. Both of them allow you to create, save, load and all those stuff. Your custom profile and scene collection. Profile will also save information about your settings, so I highly recommend create those files and store them somewhere outside your PC in case you will need them if your PC stops working. And scene collection is pretty much same thing, just with settings and all sources from scenes. Once again, we'll dive deeper into that in the future episode. Next tab is Tools tab, and honestly I'm not sure I've ever opened that one. Like ever. But you can find here tools like captions, automatic scene switcher, timer or scripts, etc. And last but not least, there is a Help tab. And there you will find everything when you need help, apparently. You will find here things like a link for the whole documentation, options to join Discord server, log files and crash reports, file integrity, updates, safe mode, news, release notes and more. But like I said, this is a pilot episode, so I'm not talking a lot about each thing. We'll have time for that. For now, I'm just showing you what you can see when you open your software. And from very top, let's move to very bottom. Under huge preview window, you will find few basic docs, and those are scenes, sources, audio mixer, scene transitions, and controls. Those 5 things are essentials for you to start streaming. So let's talk about each of them a little. And let's start from left to right, and the first doc is scenes. In this doc you have order of your scenes. And what are those scenes? Scenes are all the sources like game capture, your webcam, alert box, chat box, and everything on your screen grouped together. You have option to add and delete scenes over here, apply scenes filters for the whole scene, and options for organization of your scenes like moving them up or down. Second doc closely connected to scenes is sources. Sources are all the stuff your viewers see and hear on stream, ordered properly. Why did I mention that order? Well, because if your webcam source will be under your game capture, then your webcam won't be visible. And yes, I already mentioned some sources like game and screen capture or webcam, but there is more like audio input and output, browser sources, etc. We'll look at them later. On the bottom of the docs window, you have option to add and remove sources, source properties to change settings of your source, and also moving up and down. Next up is audio mixer, which on the first look seems not as complex with only your audio source appearing there, but since audio is more important than video, this panel is quite important. Also, don't be confused with only setting called Advanced Audio Properties. These settings are really cool for video content creators, and we will talk about them more. Moving on to next doc, it's called Scene Transition, and what it does is pretty self-explanatory. Here are settings for animations when you switch scenes during your live stream. You have few basic transitions here, but also you can upload your own custom one here and set them properly. I do have few videos on my channel how to create your custom scene transition. And the last doc in, let's say, vanilla OBS is controls. And honestly, do I have to explain this? Each button does exactly what it's saying. So start streaming will start your stream, start recording will start your recording, settings will open settings, exit will exit the software, etc. And those were basic docs that will appear on your OBS once you install and launch software. But we are not ending here yet, because we have plugins. Yes, since OBS is open source software, people can contribute, and many do, by creating plugins. Some of them will appear as more options in different settings, and some of them will appear as a docs. And those can be very handy docs for streamers, for example your stream chat or dashboard, tools for vertical streaming, and so on. There is a lot of them, and a lot of them are free directly on OBS forums, so if you feel creative, maybe try to browse them and try some of them. Anyway, that was everything from episode 1 about OBS. We looked at basic interface. I hope I helped you not to feel that much overwhelmed from your first launch, and I hope I will meet you in the next episode, where I'll start explaining everything more deeply. Since these videos take some time to prepare, you can shorten your waiting by watching some other videos that I already have on my channel about stream design or some video editing tips. And yeah, I almost forgot. Episode 2 will be about